According to an article of Stone 2009 on the New York Times, the event that Amazon remotely wiped the digital edition of George Orwell's 1984 from the Kindle devices of its customers without their intent or desire once again raised the debate on the digital rights management. Although DRM has been considered as a concerned topic in cyberspace for a long time, there are still numerous ways to define DRM. Bonar 2008 defines DRM as any technologies that enable the control of copyright holders to their products after the moment that they are distributed to the customers, while Yang and Hong 2006 points out that DRM is a class of processes, tools, and technologies that protect the intellectual property rights. In addition, there are many forms of DRM technologies, such as limited install activation, software tampering, metadata, or watermarks. However, no matter in what way DRM is defined and what form it takes, the development of information technology is gradually making DRM one of the most concerned issues because it affects the rights of many parties involved in the cyber world. The first target affected by DRM is the distributors using this technology, such as Amazon, AT&T, AOL, Apple, Microsoft, and Sony. The second party is legitimate users. There are numerous aspects such as moral aspect, legal aspect, or ethical aspect in the debate about DRM, and we will focus only on the ethical aspect of DRM. Considering about the ethical case of DRM, we will analyze the ethical problems caused by DRM on each of the participants and offer two solutions based on that analysis. Firstly, Fesgreen 2006 states that DRM supports providers in the fight against piracy. Furthermore, he also assures that DRM is a key to be successful in doing business in the world of IT. Secondly, many critics believe that distributors who use DRM are not ethical because it damages the rights of users. However, DRM just helps copyright holders protect their properties. For example, the event that Amazon remotely deleted the digital edition of George Orwell's 1984 was because of the earlier copyright violation of the author of the books. Amazon also paid a compensation fee to the customers for this incident. Because of these reasons, DRM can be considered ethical because it helps providers protect their business and their rights. We will next consider about the other participants, users. Firstly, there is an anecdotal evaluation about the effects of DRM on users. For example, Dr. Rowe in 2012 confirms with certainty that what DRM is doing is not exactly protecting copyrights or preventing piracy, but punishing the legitimate users who paid for the digital content instead of downloading pirated copies. However, piracy is unethical because it seriously damages the rights of the copyright holders, and DRM is a solution for the current problem with piracy. According to Samuelson, 2003, the main purpose of DRM is to change the expectations of users on what they can do with their digital content. The party which is unethical in this situation is the users who tend to use digital content without paying for it, and what DRM is really doing is to protect the legitimate users from losing to illegitimate ones. For the analysis above about the ethics of DRM on distributors and users, the purpose of DRM can be considered ethical by both relativism and utilitarianism, because ultimately it basically does not violate the benefits of anyone. Furthermore, it helps the distributors and legitimate users protect their rights. However, the problems in this ethical issue is that the way that distributors are applying DRM in their business potentially damages the benefits of themselves and legitimate users. For example, according to Poon, 2013, SimCity games were recently released with DRM under the form of persistent online authentication by EA. Unfortunately, EA servers collapsed as a result of not being able to handle the large number of players, and no legitimate players could play the game for which they paid $60. This directly damages the benefits of legitimate players and indirectly affects the reputation of EA themselves. To solve these existing problems, we will suggest two possible solutions. The first solution is to wait for the development of information technology before widely applying DRM in the cyber world. The case mentioned above about EA company violating the rights of their customers is not a result of applying the DRM, but mainly because of applying it when there was a lack of technology to support it. In this case, it was the server's inability to handle the enormous number of players. Historically, the tools to manage something often appear after it is implemented. The information technology for securing digital content is still many steps behind the information technology for creating and transforming digital content. For that reason, DRM should wait for the development of security technologies before being widely applied in the digital content industry at the present. The second solution for this problem is that distributors and providers of copyrighted digital contents should choose reasonable approaches when applying DRM, which can balance between the rights of themselves and the rights of their users. In the journal, The Thorny Issue of DRM, the possible solution stated by that journal is for the providers to make their users have an accurate level of digital content accessibility. An under level of digital content accessibility may create too much restriction for the legitimate users and accidentally turn into digital restriction management, as it was mentioned by Samuelson, 2003. On the other hand, an upper level of digital content accessibility may decrease the level of digital content security and make it available for duplicating and copying the digital content, which directly damages the benefits of the distribution company. In conclusion, DRM is an ethical technology because it provides benefits for everyone involved. However, there are still existing problems in applying DRM to the digital content industry. To solve these problems, digital content industry should wait for the development of information security technology before widely applying it. Furthermore, before applying DRM, distributors should carefully consider about the reasonable level of accessibility to the digital content.